Ciao everybody, Katerina here. Welcome to my kitchen. Well, recently we were away for a wedding/vacation and we had a terrible issue up north at our cottage in our pool house. Well, our wonderful neighbor took care of the entire situation. When we came back, you wouldn't even know there was a problem in the pool house. So we went to thank him and to pay him, at least pay for the plumber and all this, and he wouldn't take a dime. He said that our money is no good. However, he said he would like some brioche bread and Nutella stuffed chocolate chip cookies. Of course, I said no problem, with pleasure. Now let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start by preparing the starter for the brioche bread first. Here I have 3/4 cups of milk. I'm going to wait till the milk heats up to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. You don't want it any hotter than that because it will kill the yeast. Okay, my thermometer is reading at 110, so I'm going to turn the stove off. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar to the milk. This is what's going to feed the yeast. To the milk, I'm going to add 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Okay, 1 cup of all-purpose flour. It's very important for this brioche bread that you sift your flour before you measure it out, or else it'll be too dense for the bread. Okay, so here I'm just going to add the milk mixture to the flour. I'm going to give this a really good mix. Now that I've mixed it thoroughly, I'm going to cover it. Okay, I've covered it nicely. Now I'm just going to put it aside in a warm place for 45 minutes. My yeast has been rising for 45 minutes. It's beautiful. It's tripled in size. And now we're ready to start our bread. I love the smell of yeast. Okay, I'm just going to give it a little mix. And I'm going to start adding 6 eggs at room temperature, 1 at a time. 6. Okay, to this mixture I'm going to add 2 1/2 teaspoons of kosher salt. Just going to let everything mix for a couple of minutes. Now I'm going to start adding the remaining 5 cups of sifted all-purpose flour. I'm going to start adding it slowly. Okay, now that everything has combined, it's time to add the butter. And here I have 1 1/4 cup of butter at room temperature. I'm going to start adding it to the dough slowly. Okay. See how beautiful the dough has become, and it's all joining itself around the hook. That's how you know it's ready. Okay, it's been 8 minutes. My dough is ready. Oh my goodness, the dough is so beautiful. Just beautiful. I'm just going to place it in a nice bowl. I'm going to cover it with plastic wrap. And I'm going to place it in my warming drawer. Now, if you don't have a warming drawer, just put it in a nice warm place. I divided my dough in half to 1 pound, 12 ounces each. So there's 2 ways of doing this lovely bread, and you can decide which one you like. I'm going to show you this one. Now I took half of the dough and I divide 1/2 into 3, and they're about 9 1/2 inches long, the ropes. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start attaching it like this. I'm going to make a braid. So I'm going to turn this way, and then I'm going to turn. You're basically making a braid this way. Okay, so now the braid is complete. Don't worry about it if it's not perfect. Okay, now I'm going to tuck one end under, tuck the other end under, and in my loaf pan it's going to go. I'm going to put it back in my warming drawer, and I'm going to let it rise for an hour. And now we're going to start with the other half, and I'm going to divide it in half, and then I'm going to divide each side into 4s. Make a little ball and put it on the top. Then another little ball and put it on the other side. So here I have 8 little balls, and here we have the braid. Now I'm going to put them back in my warming drawer for an hour. I've preheated my oven at 375. Okay, they've been rising for an hour and a half. Now I'm just going to coat them with an egg wash, which is simply 1 scrambled egg and a tablespoon of milk. I'm going to place these in the oven, but for the first 10 minutes, I'm going to keep it covered with the foil paper. This way the top of the brioche won't burn. And then I'm going to let it continue to bake for 25 minutes. My brioche loaves came out fantastic. The chief is going to love them, and I hope you will enjoy preparing this for your family. It's Katerina from My Home to Yours. If you enjoyed my segment, please don't forget to hit the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Ciao!